So this is for a China product launch. Now, have you ever thought about that guy who says, you know, if I just sold a pencil to everybody in China, boy, I'd be rich, right? Well, years ago, maybe, but these days that doesn't really work. It doesn't really happen that way. Tom Gailey here, author of Making the China Connection. I want to make sure that I can pass along to you some very interesting and valuable tips of my years and decades in the field working in China. So here we go. Tip number 1. Send me a check for $10,000. Okay, I'm kidding. I'll take the $10,000, but I'm really kidding about that. The point is that there's a lot of people that are basically going to say that. Send me money and I'll start working for you. So we're not going to do it that way. We're going to go a little bit different direction here. So really, seriously, tip number 1 is to take it one step at a time, one region at a time, one product at a time, one thing at a time. China is a very large and very fragmented market. It's different in all areas of China, and people think that they can duplicate one level of success and drop it into another area, and that really doesn't work. There's a lot of failure that goes on that way. So that's tip number 1, is take it one step at a time. Don't try to be too ambitious. Just one region, one thing. Get good at that and then move on. Tip number 2 is to get reliable research. Okay, there's a lot of people, like I said, there's guys with their hands out saying, give me $10,000, I'll figure out some stuff for you. I've seen people pay thousands and they never see the guy again. So there's hundreds of companies out there that'll say, I'll do some research for you. So you've got to make sure to vet them out, make sure that they're the right folks for you, but get reliable research. You can get research from a number of different areas, like you can get industry research, industry insights, trade associations, chambers of commerce. There's a place that you can get some other bit of research. So not including your own person on the ground that can give you some good research. That's very valuable, and that's one of the programs that I help people get set up with. When you get research, make sure it's reliable, that it works for you, that it's not just some fly-by-night guy, and that happens quite a bit. So tip number 3 is walk the aisles. Get out there and get an experience for the environment that you're in. A lot of times people go into a place and they don't really know where they're at, but they may find that the infrastructure is just messed up. Or maybe it takes hours and hours to get to a place, and the market there is relatively undeveloped. You have to get out there and stand there in the market and take a look at it. So you make sure that you can understand what that market is all about. A lot of people just think, well, it's China, you know. They're buying and they have got a middle class, yeah, but not really, not all the time. So walk the aisles, get out there and experience the environment. What if it's really polluted, or if it's got water problems, shortage of water, something like that. You don't really know until you get there. So that's tip number 3, is to go there and stand there and experience what's going on. And finally, tip number 4 is to absolutely understand the competition. Of course, competition is fierce in China. There's a lot of people out there looking for that market, and a lot of people all over the world trying to get in. But if you can understand who is doing what, where, and why, and how, you're going to do a lot better. So understanding the competition is key. It could be giant multinational firms throwing big bucks going in, or it could be a lot of little guys that are trying to get a foothold in the market. But if you can understand and take particular close attention to what the competition is doing, that's the best way to go. So what I'd love to hear is your ideas. There's a box there. You can send me some ideas, and I want to hear all about it. Send me some thoughts, and I will get back with you. I'd love to chat with you all about that. So this is Tom. Thanks very much.